Yes, hey, Scotty.
Hey, Scotty, what's going on, man? What's on your mind?
I'm good. This whole thing, YouTube terms of server, I just heard about with you talking. It does sort of remind me of, I think it was sometime last year where Google representatives were actually meeting with members of the Netanyahu government in Israel.
Yeah.
And I guess there were some news about how they were going to, like, they're talking about how to depict the Israeli and Palestinian conflict going on.
Yeah.
And another example of this is Aaron Swartz. You remember him?
No, that name escapes me. Tell me about him.
Okay, Aaron Swartz was a co-founder of Reddit, and
he
actually was he actually was really instrumental in stopping, I think it was SOPA and PIPA, the copy or anti-copyright legislation going on, and he really, there was an incident where he was just sharing material from, I forgot what college it was, but the government tried to, they tried to arrest him, they tried to take him to trial, and he was threatened with 30 years in prison, and he committed suicide. So, I mean, our relationship with corporations is like this. I guess the people feel that as long as they're pacified, nobody's really going to say anything. You have to be people who do the stuff that you do, or as an independent media outlets to have to raise a stink about it before it really becomes an issue. I mean, the only reason why SOPA and PIPA was even defeated was because Google and Wikipedia got involved and realized it was going to hurt their bottom line.
Right. Exactly. And ultimately, man, the bottom line has always and will always be with corporations, the bottom line, right? That's it. That's all they care about. And you can only expect them to do the right thing if the right thing corresponds rather with their best interest, their profit interest. This relationship that we have, this is insane. This is insane. Find me a Republican that can justify and that would be okay with Apple paying 0.005% taxes here in America, and then giving Apple carte blanche decision making in terms of how they, no regulation. There you go. Not only do you pay no taxes, but you don't want any regulations. They want to operate completely autonomously in America without any responsibility to America. And you think this is okay? How can really? Who can come to your house and tell you what to do in your house and they pay nothing in terms of your bills? That's what corporations have, and particularly the largest corporations, right? Not all corporations, because small businesses, genuinely small businesses, like small businesses that are like a partnership, 2 or 3 people, maybe they make $500,000 a year, they're getting raked over the coals. Because when the Republicans generally talk about, and Democrats as well, when they talk about doing something in favor of small businesses, the reality of it is that they're doing something that's going to be beneficial to the largest businesses. Because unless you have the infrastructure and the capital to engage in tax inversion and to hire, tax attorneys and tax accountants that can hide tremendous amounts of, not hide, but like relocate tremendous amounts of wealth, then you are stuck paying 35%. Depending on, what industry or what, not industry, but you know what I mean. My income, I'm just thinking about my income taxes, not my corporate taxes. Just getting hit over the head. And we're getting hit over the head in our personal incomes while corporations, Apple. I wonder how much Google pays. I should have Googled that before. The irony, right? I wonder how much Google pays. I got to Google it. We are so primed and set to be controlled, 100% dominated by corporations who have zero responsibility to the well-being of our society. Not me as an individual, to our society, right? They literally can screw our society and walk away, our nation, and walk away to another and find plenty of profits in China. Do the same thing, just screw over China. It's just happening quicker, right? It took them a couple, maybe 100 years to figure out the cycle here in America, and they do it in 25 years in China and extract as much wealth as they can, destroy the middle class over there, break the unions over there. And once they get tired and the cost of living is still too high, even, when the wages that they have to pay is still too high, they decide, let's move to the next nation. All the while paying what? It's probably not going to happen in China. China probably is going to, make sure anyone who's operating there is going to pay a hefty tax. But, in America, and it's, and it's not, and the problem is it's not just a nation by nation phenomenon. It's the ability for them to find the lowest tax rate across the globe. And the insult to injury, again, let me reiterate, is the fact that they have zero responsibility to us, yet they are here dictating so many facets of our life that it's unimaginable that someone who has no commitment to the betterment of our life beyond their personal profit interest has so much control over our lives and our politicians. And our politicians should be a plague on all their houses. All of you, every single one of you who allows this and doesn't fight this every step of the way, go to hell sooner rather than later, because you are pawning off the American society, humanity, because it's globalized now. You're pawning it off to people who aren't even interested in helping you with it. They have no interest in humanity beyond what they can profit off humanity.